Hi everybody, it's Beatle Dave calling to you from Derbyshire in the UK. I hope you're all well on this lovely day. And it's probably going to be a short video, this one. Today I thought, because we've done some of the John Lennon sort of like unusual albums, like Two Virgins and stuff, I thought we'd have a look at one of the more unusual Paul McCartney albums. They're actually called Thrillington, and this is it. Thrillington. And it's basically an orchestral version of the Vamp LP. So all the songs on here are songs that was on the Vamp album. So I'll give you a little bit of background information first. Again, something a little bit new for me. I'm going to read a few notes. I don't usually make notes, but I thought I'd try and make it a little bit more professional, to be honest. So, as I said, the album that we're looking at today is Thrillington, and it's by Percy Thrills Thrillington. Now, it was recorded in June 1971 at Abbey Road Studios. And it has a total running time of 44 minutes and 50 seconds, so it is actually quite a long album. It's sort of like easy listening stroke jazz. I think that's the easiest way you could put it to. And I've just listened to side one before I've done this, and I was like doing this to it. It wasn't actually released until 1977. I think it was originally going to be released later in 1971, but then when Paul formed Wings, I think he thought, no, I can't really let this out at the minute. So it was shelved till 1977. Eventually, it was released, like I said, in 1977. It was released on the 29th of April, 1977 in the UK on the Regal Zonophone label, which is actually quite rare to get now. And the American release date was the 27th of May, 1977, and that was released on Capitol. And as far as I know, it didn't chart in any of the charts. Now, the personnel on this LP are Richard Hawson, who is the conductor, Vic Flicks on guitar, Herbie Flowers on bass. I mean, he's one of the world's top session musicians, wasn't he, Herbie Flowers? Then you've got Steve Gray on piano and Glenn Catini, I think his name is, on drums. It was produced by Percy Thrills Thrillington, aka Paul McCartney, and it was arranged by Richard Hewson. Now, Paul McCartney, for years and years and years, made out this was nothing to do with him. Although, to be fair, the back cover gives it away, because I don't know if you can see it, but there's actually a picture of Paul McCartney just there, look. So, although he didn't actually sing or play on it, which is okay, but he did actually produce it. So it's got his blessing and everything. Like I say, for years and years and years, Paul made out that he didn't know anything about it, and he didn't know who Percy Thrillington was, or Percy Thrills Thrillington. But in 1989, it did come clean, and he says, "Yes, I am." He was Percy Thrills Thrillington, and he also admitted that it was Clint Harrogate, is it, who did the sleeve notes for this album when this came out, and for the Wings Wildlife album. So that's a little bit of background information. Now, the UK version of this, if you get the original from 1977, which is on the Regal Zonophone label, is very, very expensive. Even this, I mean, this is a reissue from a few years ago. I think this came out about 3 or 4 years ago. Just excuse me one sec. I thought I'd sorted this computer out, but I'm still getting silly messages, but it doesn't say that that's by the by. So on here it says Percy Thrills Thrillington, and Thrillington, recorded at Abbey Road Studios, includes orchestral renditions of Paul and Linda McCartney's Vamp LP, 180-gram audio file vinyl, includes MP3 download, and you've even got the Paul McCartney and MPO logos on that now. So, I don't know if you see that. Nice cover though. Like I say, the original UK ones of this go for £100 plus. Even these reissues, I mean, I've just been looking on eBay. You're talking £30 or £35 for some of these. So what do we get on it? Side one, you get Too Many People. Then you get Three Legs, Ram On, Dear Boy, Uncle Albert Admiral Horsley, and then Smile Away. Where Smile Away on the other side? I don't know. And on side two, you get Heart of the Country, Monkberry, Moon Delight, Eat at Home, Long Haired Lady, and Backseat of My Car. Produced by Percy Thrillington. Orchestra arranged and conducted by Richard Hewson. Recorded at Abbey Road Studios, EMI. Cover art Jeff Cummings and Hypnosis, I think that says. Recording engineer was Tony Clark. Sleeve notes was Clint Harrigan. That's it, Clint Harrigan. And remastered at Abbey Road Studios. Like I say, Clint Harrigan was also Paul McCartney. All in all, it is a very enjoyable listen. I mean, I've only played this I've played it a few times. I've played it quite a lot, but I haven't listened to it for quite a while. Like I said, I think I got this about 2 or 3 years ago, and I think I paid about £19 for this. You can still get an HMV in places like that, I think, for around the £35 mark, but I think they are repressings. As far as I know, this is the original pressing from, when was it? 2018, I think. Yeah, that'd be right, about 2018. That's roughly when I got this, 2018, 2019, something like that. It was the year before the pandemic, put like that, I'd say. Now, like I say, I've just been listening to this and I couldn't help tapping my feet, and I was like going like this. So, it's there's no singing on it as such, but there is some like background singing. Is it the Mike Sam singers and something like that? So this is the sleeve that it comes in. So originally, I think this would have had some liner notes as well. So why it's still got on there that's got liner notes when it hasn't, I don't know. It is a very, very thick, heavyweight vinyl. Well, it would be because it's 180 grams. Like I say, this is a reissue, so it is on Capitol. But I think this is European press. I think it's pressed in Germany. So that is side one. Side one, ladies and gentlemen. And then side two. What we've got in there. In the dead groove, it says IT. I think it's IT. 1504501B1. So that's side two. And then it's IT 1504501A1 for side A, or side one. I don't think albums used to have A and B sides. It was side one and side two, wasn't it? And then also in the run out groove on side one, it says 6737234. And on side B, it says 6737234. So yes, like I say, I've just listened to side one, and I was quite amazed at how much I enjoyed it, to be honest. I mean, I love Vam anyway, but this is just something a little bit different. And you did get a download code, and you also got like I think we used to call these introduction cards for Percy Thrillington. Like I say, if you haven't got this, I would highly recommend that you do try and get one from somewhere. You don't have to if you don't want to, but because we've done like a couple on John Lennon and some of the more unusual albums he made, I thought we'd have a look at this one. So now Paul does admit that this is him and everything. Like I say, doesn't play on this album or sing. He just wrote the songs and produced it, basically. It is nice, though. It is nice to have. Bit like the John Lennon ones. Maybe one for the completest more than anything, but at least there is music on this. There is songs on it. You can tap your foot and things. Like I say, it's very jazzy, sort of easy listening. You could imagine somebody like he was having had that it with. They did a one Oasis one. Was it Mike Pops? I can't remember the name now. But you know the sort of people like the Andy Williams and things like that. You could imagine them doing an album like this. I'm glad they didn't, but highly enjoyable from what I've just listened to anyway. I'll just show you the back again. It is still in the original shrink. That's why you're getting a little bit of shine off them lamps. There you go. Look, there's Paul McCartney. Look. But the one to look out for is the original UK one on the Regal Zonophone label. And like I say, to get one of them, you probably are talking £100. But in all honesty, if you can get one, they are probably worth the money because they're very, very obscure, very, very hard to get. So, Paul McCartney's secret album, Thrillington by Percy Thrills Thrillington, who for many, many, many years, Paul reckoned he had no involvement in this whatsoever. But in 1989, he did come clean and he goes, yeah, hands up, it is me. Nice photo or painting. I don't know if it's painting or not. But yes, like I say, it is highly enjoyable. And it is one that you will play more than a handful of times. It's not like, you know, Two Virgins or something. You'll just play it once and you probably think, why have I bought that sort of thing? That's what I'm saying. Although it probably is one for the completists. It is one that you can actually listen to time and time again. So I hope you've enjoyed that. We're on the Beatles side of the room today. Because as you know, all these and somebody the other day goes, oh, that John Lennon one that you unopened the other day, all you've done is opened your sealed one, haven't you? Now, because if you look, I've got 4. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the one that we unopened. Oh. That is the one that we unopened, look. And that is the one that is still sealed. So no, I wasn't pulling a fast one, as somebody said. Okay. Japanese, that's the one we opened, and that's the one that's still sealed. Just thought to make that clear, ladies and gentlemen. I won't do anything like that. If I say I've bought something and I'm going to show you it, that was it. Excuse me. So if you've enjoyed that, as always, you know, look after one another. Love your records, cherish your records. From time to time, you do have to clean your records. I can't emphasise that enough. You know, as long as you keep these clean and you keep your record decks and everything clean, a record can virtually last as long as a CD. In some cases, probably even longer. If you're new to the channel, hello. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're not new to the channel, if you're a regular viewer, I hope this has been a bit of information, a bit of what do we call it, entertainment for you. If you like entertainment, you will like this, honestly. It's sort of like reminded me of something you'd like off the telly on the, you know, in the 70s, and when you used to have the variety shows and stuff, and you'd have like singers who weren't really singers. There might be comedians come out and sing like a song at the time with it'd be like an orchestra instead of a band, wouldn't it, behind them? Or have I just imagined that? I don't know. I could have imagined it. It's my age. Anyway, as always, thank you to everybody that's subscribing me to my channel, not subscribing me, subscribing to my channel. As you can see, I do everything live. I don't edit it or anything. Sometimes now I will use notes, but it's very, very rare that I do. In fact, I think there's about 4 videos out of all the ones on here where I've actually started to use notes. And that's basically because I'm getting old and I start to forget things when I'm talking. I've got it all in my head, but sometimes I can't remember how to pronounce it properly and things like that. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope I've made you smile and laugh. I hope it's been a bit of informative for you. Information. You found something out, should I say? I don't know if this was actually re-released in America. Like I say, I know it was released in 1977 when we had the original version. Like I say, it was actually recorded in 1971. So it is worth checking out. As always, if you're not subscribed and you've liked this video, please just do me a favour. When the video finishes, if you hit the like button down here, hit the subscription button and then the bell, you'll get notifications when I'm doing new videos. I've got to say this because if you're new, you won't know. Although the channel is called Beatle Dave, occasionally we will do features on other artists which are nothing to do with the Beatles. So we've done things on David Bowie, Adam and the Ants, Sex Pistols, the Kinks. That's just to name a few. So look out, because you know, I think we are getting up to the time when we probably will be doing another one of them in the near future. So yeah, you've all enjoyed it. As always, stay safe, Look after one another, and until the next time, this is Beatle Dave saying cheerio for now, and love to you all. Bear with 1 sec.